Hello everyone, Ifeanyi Dada here. I'm the CEO of Summit.g Limited. It's a makeup and cosmetics company. I am a newbie on YouTube, but there's so much you can learn from newbies that the old ones no longer show you. And so I'm going to show you in this video how to define your eyebrows. And so pay attention, sit back, relax, and see what I can show you. Now, for the purpose of those who do not understand how to get your face prepared for makeup, I tell you what I've done before the eyebrow definition. Before I begin to show you how to define your eyebrows, I've prepared my face, I have cleansed my face, I've toned it, I've moisturized it to get it ready, and I've primed it. So I've given it a base so that the makeup can be compatible or compliant. And what I mean in essence is that the makeup will very well stay longer, stick longer, and give a more effective, flawless finish at the end of the day. So now I've applied my foundation, and I will introduce you to my foundation. My foundation is Summit.g, a liquid foundation, and it's about to be launched by late autumn, or let's say November, end of November. So look out for it. Now in the next video, I will show you how to define your brow. Now, so watch closely. So first of all, you brush your eyebrow upward, outwards. That's the way the natural hair eyebrow grows out. It grows out outwards and upwards. So you follow that symmetry, upward, outwards. You brush it up and then you give it a clean taper down brush, sweep down. Now, why do you do that? Because that shows you what you will end up doing to define your brows. Now, don't be mesmerized or be discouraged of how some people's brows are more arched than yours. If you follow your natural brow shape, it will be easier for you to produce a more effective flawless finish, and your eyebrows will be well aligned. If you put your eyebrow tool here, this is what to expect. There will be no reason for you to connect if you don't need to connect, but for the sake of others, I would connect today. If you define your eyebrows, following the shape of the eyebrow, you will get a perfect complementary symmetry between the two. Now, ideally, this is where you should start your eyebrow definition. Okay, this is advisable. This is where it should begin. Now, I've got a few hair, stray hair here, but I'm going to work with it, okay, today. And now, where do you arch? Arch is where you go up to extend your eyebrow upwards. Now, when you arch, you don't have to arch. But if you want to arch, arching just helps you extend your look. And if you already have a longer face, you don't need to arch because you will look overly, it wouldn't look very nice on you. It's not complementary to your face. So you must make sure, or you should make sure, that your eyebrow definition suits your face. It suits what you want to achieve. It suits you complementary. Now, what I will tell you, complementing your look, makeup is about correction. And correction simply means if there's something you're not very comfortable with about you, you would use the colors of the makeup to create an illusion that is acceptable, pleasing, and something that you will find comfortable and confident in. Now, you arch here if you want to arch, okay? For the purpose of those that I'll be teaching today, we would arch the brow. So you arch here, and then the eyebrow tapers here. This is where it should end, and likewise the same way. So let's dig in now. So I haven't brushed the eyebrows, and I've prepared it. Now I'm using, for the purpose of those who aren't aware, this is Summit.g. This is my product, Summit.g Two-Edged Tool Eyebrow in coffee color. This is #1 coffee color. If you notice, I've got everything I need. So the brow brush is here, and the brow pencil is on the other tip. So now let's work. So I'll begin with my right eyebrow, which is your left because you're watching from the other end. So now, make sure you don't press hard. The reason why you shouldn't press hard is if you need to correct, it's easier to correct. But when you press hard, it'd be difficult to correct if there are mistakes, okay? So light pressure, and then I'm going to arch now. So now, okay, see, I've gone up. So to create the arch, and then you taper down. Okay, and then okay. Now I've got sparse hair there, then we fill it in. If you've got sparse hair, you fill it in. Remember, it's just an illusion. For the purpose of arching, I'm just showing you how to arch your brow. Now, you might notice that I've got some hair here. That's because I haven't manicured my eyebrow before today. But just look at what I've done. I've created something new. So can you imagine if I've removed the excess? But I'm going to cover the excess with my highlighter, and then it's not going to show anymore. So I'm going to do the next one. Hello, now we're back. So after I have, noticed that the eyebrows are now aligned, and I've created the illusion just to ensure that they look identical. So I've tried to connect them with concealer. So I've used a concealer, and I'm going to now rub in for it to look normal, natural, to create a natural finish. Rubbing. And now the video today is dedicated to arching the brow. There are so many other ways you can create the brow style that you want. This is just to show you how to arch in this video. Okay, and then make sure you get rid of the lines. And when you leave a bit of the line, the highlighter, it helps to enhance and emphasize the eyebrow style that you have cultivated or defined. So this is mine for today. Thank you. Remember to click at the button to like us and to follow us. It's Summit.g Makeup. Yeah, hello everyone. This is Summit.g Makeup, and I'm going to show you today how to contour to give yourself a flawless makeup finish. To contour, the eyebrows have been done, I've defined, I've moisturized. Now let me show you how to contour. I'm going to make use of Summit.g. It's a new product we're about to launch. It's Summit.g Concealer, and I'm going to work with also Urban Decay. So watch me as we dig in. So when you apply your contour cream, make sure it's one color or two colors lighter shade than yourself. So don't go for a color that is 3 colors lighter. So if you notice, this is really close to my skin tone. So this is where you apply your contour. And for older makeup users, make sure you do not over apply concealer, because sometimes if you're having any wrinkle or any color discoloration, if it hasn't covered properly, the contour, the concealer might reveal. So if you use the right concealer color, you will not have the problem. So if you notice, this is what I've done. So we're going to now shade contour with is Summit.g contour palette. I'm going to apply it with a brush. So we're going to, make sure when you want to contour your cheekbone, you put your finger, where does your cheekbone start? It starts here. So that's where the contour, the shader should be. So for the purpose of ensuring we get a good definition of the emphasize the cheekbone, let's not allow the cream to drop. Let's build it up a bit so that it doesn't drop to our chin. And I might say to you that my products are vegan. The products I'm applying are vegan. Now, the reason why you shade and contour where the hairline is or the forehead is, if you've got a broad forehead, you minimize it with the shader. But if you do not have a broad forehead, I do not, because I do not want the hairline to be obvious, I've got to use the shader to create the illusion and darken it so that it looks natural. Now Now it depends on what kind of nose you want to achieve. It depends on the nose you want to achieve. If you want to achieve a thinner nose, you bring your shader closer. Okay, like I'm doing, I've got a broad nose, so I want to achieve a thinner nose, a more silhouette nose. Then I bring my shader this way. Okay. Now, if you notice, I haven't used a completely too dark a shader because at the end of the day, I'm going to apply a bronzer to finish it up. So now let's rub in. So with the help of a beauty blender, I will create an homogeneous finish, okay? Canvas on my face. And now don't tamper with your shader. I'm only starting with the brighter color, okay? Don't tamper with your shader yet. You finish up with the shading, or you start with the shader and finish up with the bright one. So because I'm using one beauty blender throughout, you know, and that helps me to make sure that my colors aren't everywhere and I have created just one homogeneous color. That's why I do that. So this is it. Okay, and then I just go, you know, narrow down the nose. Okay, so if you notice now, I've got one flawless finish canvas. Now I'm going to work with the darker colors. Okay. Then I'm going to go in to the cheekbone. It's because I've used a creamy product, so I'm going to use a shader which is in powder to finish it up. So, okay, can you see? It's there. Okay, and then I finish up with this. So now, if you notice the forehead line, the hair edge line is gone off. So now it's gone into the hair, and it's natural looking. So it's no longer looking as I started. Okay. So when we come back, so I'm going to now apply the mattifying powder to keep everything glued together nicely. So we're back again. So I'm going to use the mattifying powder. This is a Summit.g To makeup product. The color is natural, the mattifying powder. So I'm just going to dig in this way. Okay. Okay. And now the mattifying powder goes only where you've applied the concealer and not the shader. So okay, you're going to avoid the shader like I'm doing. Okay. And even where you have not applied it, but where you want to emphasize, where you want to draw attention. Okay. Okay, the forehead. Okay, so I'm going to use my finger and run it into my nose, on my, where I applied the concealer, just to narrow, so that when I apply my highlighter illuminator, it gets the edge of what I've created. Now don't worry, when it's not perfectly done, all of that will be taken care of when you brush off. Okay, and if there are certain things you want to get rid of or to realign, you make use of the bronzer or the concealer yet again to remember, makeup is about correction, so you can always correct to get the perfect finish. So now let's begin to brush off the mattifying powder to create a natural blend. And so this is how you brush it off, with the help of a brush. Okay, now you don't rub hardly, you rub it off, and that's why I'm using a very soft feathered brush that gets the result that I need. Look at it. Okay, so we've gotten the silhouette. It's all looking good. Okay. Okay. Voila. So I'm going to apply now our blusher. So we're going to make use of, again, it's Summit.g. It's a new product of Summit.g which will be launched. It will be launched in late autumn. So watch out for it. You start up and down, up and down, up and down. That's how you create it. Up and down, and then you tap again, up and down, blusher, tap, up and down, up and down. Okay, okay. Then once we're done with the blusher, then we apply the highlighter. The highlighter is equally a product of Summit.g To, and that's the color. It's beautiful. Yeah, like it's in rose gold dust pink, like 3 colors fusioned. So this is how you create the highlight on the chin. Okay, okay. Now when I'm done with that, to create the glow on my nose, I apply the same highlighter here. If you notice what I've done, okay. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that so I can dig in once again and give it a good, the kind of rub I want, which eventually, yeah, so that's good. And when we finish, you will see that what we've created is complementary. Okay. So now I'm going to dig in to ensure that the creation of my shading on my nose is the way I want it. So with the help of my shader, we're getting there. With the help of my shader, also the shader is Summit.g To. It will be released in springtime. That will be probably March, April. So watch out for it. So, and then I'm going to use the bronzer to define my cheekbone and to give it more structured edge, which I want to create. Okay, and then I'm just going to give a bit of rundown here. Okay, and then at my hairline. So if you notice, we're almost there now. To finish up, I'm going to use the lip liner. It's plum color. Now watch your cupid. So I'm going to walk around my cupid. Okay. Because it's crazy. We're getting there. So now I'm going to make use of 2 Summit.g colors, and I'm going to use color 18 and 24 to create an ombre. So I'm going to finish it up with color 24, which is Indulgence. Color 18 is called Rogue. Now, just to ensure that the ombre color becomes, I'm going to wipe off what's in my teeth. Just to ensure that the ombre color comes out perfectly, I will allow it to matte first of all. I will allow the lip colors to matte individually before I close my lips. Ensure you always have a wipe. So now whilst I wait for the matte to, the makeup, the lip colors to matte properly, I'm going to finish up with a MAC NC55 just to give it a good finish. Okay. So it looks like it's almost complete with matting, and then I'm going to close my lips together. So we have created a perfect ombre. So for the benefit of defining my cupid, so to draw more attention and emphasize my cupid, I'm going to apply the highlighter. So now, before making use of my eyebrow, making use of my mascara, which is also Summit.g product, it's compelling lash. It's beautiful, black, deep dark color. Then I'm going to first of all now apply a highlighter underneath my eyebrow definition to create the. So I'm going to use gold. This is also a product of Summit.g. So this is Summit.g. Okay, our eyeshadow palette is 16 colors, 8 pigmented, rich pigmented colors, and 4 matte colors. So I'm going to use color 3. 1, 2, 3, color 3. Okay, I'm going to use the mirror on my brush. Remember, I'm just highlighting. So I'm going to do likewise for the other second eyebrow. This is just to emphasize what we've done. So the definition is more seen. Now, because my highly pigmented colors are quite rich, they're very rich, you take only a little at a time and draw it slowly so that, so you don't go, and then you make sure it's equal. So if it's not, I come here and ensure that I've done the same. So to finish up, I'm going to make use of I'll show you how to. Now we're going to apply the mascara. Now I've got sufficient eyelashes, so I don't have to rub in too heavily. And if you notice, the mascara is highly pigmented also, so even a sweep would create the same effect or result in the same effect that you want. So I'm just rubbing it slowly. Okay, so I'll move to the next one. And all the dust of the powder of the makeup that has been trapped in the eyelashes, you're able now to get them out with one sweep. Voila. Now that is also done, and you can blur the lines, yeah, to create so it's seamless. So this is us done for today. Thank you for watching with Summit.g makeup, and even without putting on any headdress, we've been able to achieve a flawless makeup finish. Thanks for watching.